So I had another bright idea in terms of blending clear coat. And I said to myself, the next time that I have the opportunity to give it a try and make a video for you guys, that's exactly what I would do. So today we have a 2025 BMW X5M, I think. I don't know. I think it's an X5M, maybe X6, whatever. We have a small repair here on the bumper. Before anybody attacks me, this is a cash job, okay? So this is not an insurance job. I'm cutting the clear in the middle of the bumper. So I'm gonna get all this stuff based out. We got a two-tone job here. I'll throw it in B-roll for you guys. If you wanna watch it, watch it. If you don't worry, it's gonna be quick. I don't know if it's gonna work, how well it's gonna work, or if it's gonna backfire on me. Hopefully it doesn't, because this has to be perfect. Before we actually cut to the B-roll of this repair, I want to tell you guys how I prepped it. So I prepped it the way I would normally prep a clear blend. So I scuffed it. I used a red scuff pad on this just to save time. I scuffed it to right in the middle of the license plate. And then beyond that, I just sanded with 1,000 grit sandpaper. You can also do 1,500, and then I just flipped the tape here. I don't intend on going this far, but that's just to limit the overspray without getting a hard edge. All right, we're all set for clear. Now, here's what we're gonna do. On our first coat, once we get to about here, we're just gonna dust out where we intend to stop our blend. So I intend to stop right in the middle of that license plate. So I'm just gonna give it a dust coat right to the middle there. So here we go. We'll give it a normal coat of clear over here, obviously, because we're not worried about, you know, the film build or anything like that on this side. And then for the rest here, just like that. That's it for the first coat. Now, anytime you're doing a clear blend or you're melting your clear, the main thing you want to keep in mind is you want to keep the film build nice and low wherever you're melting it in, because the less clear you have there, the easier it's going to be to get rid of that edge, which is why we only dusted to the middle here. So I have my spot blender. This cap is a little messed up, so like when I push it, it kind of just keeps spraying, so hopefully it doesn't screw me up. But before we put our second coat on, we're going to just lightly mist over where we stopped. This way, any of that dry overspray softens up a little bit before we come back for our second coat.
All right, we're ready for our second coat. Again, on this side, we're going to apply it normally. It's a little dirtier than I would have preferred, but that's kind of what happens when you paint stuff on the car. You know, you just get a little dirt. And we're going to do the same thing back here. And then we're going to take our spot blender again, and we're going to go ahead and spray it before we spray our clear, rather than after. And we'll give it a regular coat, just like that. Now I'm gonna bake this thing, and then I'll show you guys how it looks after the bake.
Now, unfortunately, I did not get a video after the bake because I went to lunch, and then by the time I got back from lunch, the car was already out of the booth. And then in the second half of the day, I was just trying to get that round done and go home. So I didn't actually get a clip of it until the following day. I told our finisher beforehand, when he works that blend, that clear blend, I only wanted him to compound and polish it. Do not sand it at all. And if it doesn't look good, come get me, and then I'll let you know what to do next, or you know what the next steps are. So he never came and got me, so I assumed it looked good. I saw it pulled outside, so I went to go take a look at it, and you're gonna notice that we took care of that dent. We ended up having to pop the bumper out so the body guy could get behind it, which him and I spoke about beforehand, because this entire job, when it came to our shop, it went directly in the booth. I didn't want anybody else touching it because this was a friend of the boss, and he was trying to save him a few bucks, but he wanted it to look like the job was done the right way. Not because he told his friend the job was going to be done the right way, but because he was trying to save him a few bucks, and he told him, we can do it and you'll never even know. So that was my goal, and I felt like this would be a good chance to try it out. But yeah, we popped the side of the bumper out. He heated it up, pushed that out, took care of that, and then this clear blend. I mean, let me know what you guys think, but to me, this is the best method I have ever used. Shooting that reducer on the old clear before putting our last coat on softened the clear up, and I felt like it made our clear kind of work into the old clear and become one. So we didn't have that edge that you're always fighting when you're trying to blend clear.
And here's how everything came out. You could see here, no more dent in that bumper. The two-tone came out beautiful. Now, when we come around to the back end here, I'm gonna stop this on two frames. One in the middle of the license plate where the rear view camera is, because that is where the bulk of our clear ended. You could see there is zero difference anywhere within that area. And then the second area is at the end of the license plate frame. Now you guys could go back and check. This is exactly where the clear was blended and melted in, and there was zero sign of that. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, peace.